umpires should be right behind, and then we'll have 3 or 4 players.
Hey, how are you?
Good morning, Marcus.
Morning.
All right. Questions, guys?
You have kind of a bit of a situation, right, at receiver. How did that maybe get better today with some guys coming back, and how do you feel about that position overall right now?
We definitely need to build some depth in that room. You know, we got guys coming back off some injuries that'll help us. I think it's a great opportunity. You know, it's a great opportunity for us to see what these young kids can do. We got some young wideouts that are very talented and explosive, and they're going to get a chance. You know, if they prove it in practice, they can do it in games. So they're going to get a chance early to show what they can do.
In your experience coaching this offense, how steep is the learning curve for a true freshman, even if they arrive in January?
It's steep, but by no stretch of the imagination would we be that hard-headed. If that was going to be detrimental to a kid being able to go out there and function and be able to play with, you know, with his speed, then we would definitely scale back anything we had to. We're not an organization that's going to say this is what we do. You got to figure it out. Like, we're going to maximize the athletic traits of our kids and let them play freely.
How do you see guys move forward today after Saturday's scrimmage? And how has this team been at that about, you know, taking the teaching from even if it wasn't your best day and moving on?
So far, they've been great. You know, all adversities that's come our way as a team and as an offense. These kids are unbelievable. They're unbelievable workers. I think they trust what you know, our process at Coach Rule's process. I think they trust what we're doing, how we do it. So they bounced back today and they were ready to go.
Did you have any? What would you say your main concern was coming out of Saturday?
Just the operation. The operation. We got in the stadium. Those young kids got in the stadium for the first time. Just get in the stadium, a play clock, real officials, getting plays on and off the field, get personnel groupings on and off the field. At times early on, we struggled with that in the scrimmage, but they calmed down and they kept chopping away. I told them, you know, it's easy just to kind of lock up right there and not be able to perform, but they got better as the scrimmage went on and made some plays later.
What you see from Sims? How would you evaluate his performance?
Steady. I mean, was it his best day? It wasn't his best day, but it was far from his worst day. And, you know, the way Jeff does it, just goes about each day and just wakes up, has a strategy, attacks it, and gets better, tries to get better every single day. So he came back, you know, yesterday, he got in the film room, had good meetings. He's becoming such a leader on our offense, just from not just, you know, do what he does, but just a vocal leader as well. So come out today, had a, you know, attack today, so he's in a good spot.
Coach, could a guy like Thomas Finoni maybe have his role expanded more instead of just an inline tight end, but just after Xavier leaves? He's a big body out there, he's athletic. Is his role maybe expanding to more like a receiver position?
Yeah, and everybody's role. You know, Coach challenged us this weekend, just, you know, like, don't just, we said when we got here, it's a positionless offense. So, you know, just because you have running back or tight end beside your name, that doesn't mean you can't play other spots on the field. So, like I said earlier, we're not going to come in here and just say, well, the tight ends play in line and we're going to have 2 really good players standing on the sideline and not playing. We're going to adjust the offense however we need to maximize the talent level we have on offense.
I know you don't have an answer to this question as it relates to the waiver, but if Rick Gilbert isn't in, how much does that change your offense to the positive?
For the positive, I mean, he's a special talent, you know, and but, you know, all we can do is just get the guys ready that we know are going to be there. And, you know, he's unbelievable, comes in every day, tries to learn, practices hard, and he brings his positive to the offense as well.
How would you size up Chubba and Heinrich and how they've done and where that competition's at, I guess?
It's cool with them. I mean, our quarterback room's really, you know, the meetings and stuff have been great. They compete every single day. Each one of them have different skill sets and different traits that they bring to the table. So, you know, you can game plan things and you can have plays ready for them to be able to attack a defense, you know, maximizing what they do and what they do best. So we're not ready to really name a number 2 guy right now, but, you know, we feel that both of them could go into a game and help us win.
Maybe is it fair? Do you need a specific number 2, or the way you're explaining it, could you have like sort of a code?
Yeah, I'm not ready to say or anything like that, but I'm pleased with their development thus far and where they are in the offense.
Who among those freshmen receivers do you feel like is sort of tackling the learning curve and on the right side of it?
We're pleased with all of them because, you know, they're freshmen. First of all, this is a whole new ball game. Like, they think that they've been playing football for the last couple of years, and then they get here and they're like, it's a total different animal. So they're all, you know, we're very pleased with all of them. But, you know, you look at like Jalen Lloyd and Doss, those guys have made some plays and been able to go out there and function. And, from a physical standpoint and an athletic standpoint, make some plays and own their own.
What kind of progress do you see in the running back room or reset now in the year when the season's out?
The running back room, pleased with it. I mean, hard runners, again, just kind of like the backup quarterbacks. I mean, those guys can do a little bit of everything. You got a guy that can run option routes, get the ball on the perimeter, breakaway speeds. You got guys that will run through your face. You got some guys that are shifty within the line of scrimmage, can run through arm tackles. So we have 3 or 4 guys that are playing really well right now, and very pleased with the room.
You mentioned Jaden Doss. Was he a guy when you first got here you're pretty excited about his skill set? You always talk about a positionless offense, and that's sort of what he did in high school.
Yeah, I mean, just his physical traits, athletic traits, speed, and everything. His power, gives him a chance to do some things early on.
Marcus, what have you seen from the line and your backs in terms of like defensive recognition? Because Tony White's defense obviously does a lot of different things for you. What have you seen from them in terms of growth and communicating and what they're seeing?
I mean, it's literally like trying to solve a puzzle every snap. I mean, there's different things coming at him. I think Coach Raiola does an unbelievable job of preparation, for practices, just for walkthroughs, just to make sure that we don't have a lot of unblocked players running through the line of scrimmage. So I'm really pleased, especially coming out of the scrimmage with our pass protection up front. I think they did a really nice job of sorting that stuff out. It's not easy, but it's a credit to their hard work. I mean, they're having to do a lot of extra work just to make sure that they can identify where everybody is on that defense.
Hey, Marcus, you guys, Garrett over there has had a lot more to him in his first year as a full-time assistant. He experienced injuries, unexpected things like Xavier. How have you seen him be resilient, and what have you seen from him handling everything that he's faced?
I mean, he doesn't flinch. He's like, everybody that Coach Rule puts in the staff, like, we're not going to flinch. We're just going to say what's next and move on. All we can control is what we can control. So, we just woke up the next morning, went to work, found our guys, started, coach them and develop them. And I think Garrett's done a really nice job of doing that. It hasn't changed anything that we do day to day and how we coach these guys.
How much more do you feel like you need to do situational, like third down and red zone? How much have you guys done so far? And how much will you get?
Coach Rule's a master at that. Like, he's really, really, really good at just, he'll throw the ball down just at any moment in practice and yell out a situation. So I think that, I'm never going to say we're so, I don't want to jinx ourselves saying, oh, we're way ahead or anything, but we've done a ton of situational work, and I feel good where we are. And, we got a couple weeks here before we get going for real to even improve on what we've done thus far. But Coach Rule does a really nice job of preparing us for every situation known to man.
How far from the time that you maybe started kind of developing this group of guys in the spring till now, where have you guys come the furthest?
I think just a brotherhood and a camaraderie on offense. I think there's a lot of trust with our offensive line. I think there's a lot of trust that's developing with Jeff. I think Jeff's developing a lot of trust with certain players on the team that he can trust to get open at certain times of the game. So I think just the brotherhood and the camaraderie is just you see it growing every day, and the guys are making an attempt to make it grow. It's not they're not fighting it. They're out there trying to learn other people's names, learn things about families. Like Coach Rule in team meeting stuff at night challenges them. Learn to talk to other people. Don't just sit with the same people all the time. So just the brotherhood, I think, is improving daily.
How does it turn to Minnesota? Is that after this week you kind of start to begin to think about attacking their defense instead of your own?
I swear I'm not trying to be the coach talk, but literally I'm trying to get to the meeting. What's next? Watch the film, correct the issues, and then when Coach Rule opens the door and says, "Hey, let's start on 8:31," then we'll start on 8:31. But till now, we're just working on improving ourselves as coaches and as players.
Anything else? There's still a lot of playing time decisions you feel like that are still left to be made with this group. Like, I think we all kind of know Jeff's going to be the starter. Are there a lot of decisions still to be made among the offensive players?
I think the running backs are competing every day, the wideouts are competing every day, the tight ends are competing every day. I think there's a healthy competition amongst our offense that's going to allow us to iron sharpen iron, get better every single day. So we're not ready to sit here and give you a final depth chart, but there's still a lot of competition out there for some spots. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Coach.